Phil Mickelson may be looking to play less on the American circuit, but one man who has been a highlight of the PGA Tour this season has been Camilo Villegas of Colombia. Al Jazeera's Brendan Connor went to Colombia recently and found a nation that loves its sport, but where it seems that nothing will ever top football.
As one visits the beautiful, historic, and multifaceted nation of Colombia, one finds a mix of cultures, ethnicities, income levels, and politics. And with football being so popular here as it is in most South American countries, it might be surprising to some to see children practicing and playing other sports in the playgrounds and schoolyards.
The first sport definitely is football, because the cost to practice it is nothing. You can play football in the street with a rag ball. In the middle of poverty like we live in South America, in a country like Colombia, it's the easiest thing for a child with no resources to do, play football.
In this sprawling city of 7 million people, you would be hard-pressed to find anyone who would dispute the fact that football is the sport of choice for Colombians and certainly people in Bogota. This city is home to famous football teams like Los Millonarios in Santa Fe, and the Colombian team Once Caldas recently won the Copa Libertadores. Yes, it is a football country, but past and present, there have been other sports and athletes who have crept into the hearts and minds of Colombian sports fans. Professional golfer Camilo Villegas is the new sporting star in his country right now, with a couple of wins on the PGA Tour in 2008 and a top 10 world ranking. But those who've been watching and reporting on sport in Colombia for years say this country is not about to become a nation of golfers.
Esos son deportes de moda.
Those are fashionable sports. They become fashionable in the moment that a winner appears. It's not something constant. Now it's Camilo Villegas in golf. Now it's fashionable to speak about him, but in terms of the percentage of the people who plays it, it's in the 0.1% range.
Other sports on the radar in Colombia? Cycling is big here. Colombians will follow the big races in Europe like the Vuelta in Spain and the Tour de France. And the events staged here are well supported. Baseball players like Orlando Cabrera and Edgar Renteria are from Colombia, and they've enjoyed long and successful careers. Boxing will always have its supporters as scrappy Colombian fighters battle to make it up and out of the South American ranks. And auto racing is well followed, even though Colombian driver Juan Pablo Montoya is no longer winning Formula One or IndyCar races. He will often be a guest of honor at many a sports function. But go to the streets of Bogota, whether it be the upscale shopping and cafe district called Zona Rosa, or the working class area known as La Candelaria, with its more traditional tavernas and the popular square known as Plaza Simón Bolívar. And you'll hear about a few other sports that people try to follow.
Baloncesto.
Basketball.
Porque es un deporte donde uno mueve todos sus músculos.
Because it's a sport where one uses all the muscles.
La persona requiere de un excelente físico. El fútbol.
Because the court is short and it requires excellent physical condition.
En cambio, el baloncesto es un deporte muy dinámico.
It's very dynamic. You can show how athletic you are.
Fascinante.
Que no sea fútbol, pues a mí me gusta practicar mucho el balón.
I like to play basketball.
Es algo chévere, me gusta.
I also play micro-football, which is a 5-a-side game.
Y sí, también practico el micro. Me encanta mucho.
It's a good way to learn tactics and it's fun.
That's not football. Okay, well, basketball, swimming, and athletics.
Some have mixed feelings about sport, suggesting it can be expensive and elitist. And parents wonder what their children will choose and what opportunities they will have. Something else new here is the emergence of next-generation sports, like street races for inline speed skating, which appears to be growing and popular among spectators, as people can line the streets and watch it for free. So it seems that new sports and winners will catch the attention of people for a time, and Colombians will always be proud of one of their own doing well internationally, but nothing will replace football here as the sport of the people. Brendan Connor, Al Jazeera, Bogota, Colombia.